guys, welcome back. I am driving to work, as you see, which I usually do, and it's a Friday, and we are kind of anticipating Irma to come up here. It is now basically around the Caribbean and about to skirt Cuba, and so we're kind of concerned. My dad came up from Fort Lauderdale. He made a huge trip up here to evacuate. So, you know, our thoughts are, of course, with all our friends and family in different parts of Florida. So we're kind of, you know, keeping an eye out on them to make sure that they're where they need to be. And hopefully everybody will be safe. I got a little, I think the word is perturbed this morning. I read a post from a friend of a friend on Facebook, and not a close friend of mine, but just somebody that you know how it is. You see their posts, you know. You don't necessarily agree with everything, but you see their posts. And this is a lady. She lives up in New York, around that New York area. And hang on a second, guys. There's like some sort of police activity here. Why is it every time I'm on camera there's like police activity around? It's just crazy. Anyway, so she was on Facebook, and she posted this morning about something that she did, and it disturbed me, and it started me thinking, and I wanted to put it out here to YouTube land to get your guys' opinion about this. She made a comment that she went to a department store. She had a great time, and she was walking around, I guess, the mall and department store, and she got a makeover, like a makeup tutorial. You know how you go to the counter, the makeup counter, and you get a tutorial on putting on your makeup, and the gals put different you know, makeup on you, foundation and blush and eyeshadow, the whole 9 yards, make you up nicely. And she made the comment, haha, I got all of this stuff. I had a wonderful time. I got this makeover, and I didn't buy anything. You know, I got all of this for free, and they spent this time on me, and I didn't buy anything from them. And it really got my goat, because, you know, you have just now allowed these people to take 15-20 minutes, sometimes even longer, having discussions with you, putting on the makeup, giving you suggestions, tutorials on how to do your makeup, how to apply eyeshadow the best way, your lipstick, your blush, everything. And they spend all this time on you, and these gals and guys get you know, not a lot for their hourly wages. They really don't. They rely on commission, okay? And that's normal. Just like a waitress or waiter or server, you know, I guess now you say server, gets a lower hourly rate, but then they rely on tips, you know, to make their income, to make their living. And they're serving you. They are spending time with you. They are taking your order. They are you know, having conversations with you, sometimes, you know, nice conversations about, you know, current events and day-to-day stuff. And they're spending time on you, coming back, making sure everything is good. And to me, it's the same thing as stiffing a server, basically a waiter or something. You know, where you would go to a restaurant and you would eat the food and you would order, and they spent the time and gave you the drinks and filled up your cup and all of that, and then you would post somewhere, you know, I had a fabulous meal at this restaurant and the food was delicious, and guess what? I didn't even tip the waiter. I just left without, I saved my money. I didn't tip the waiter. To me, it's the same philosophy. I got something for nothing. I scammed these people. Now, I'm not saying, you know, if you go legitimately and, you know, let's say they approach you at the, you know, at the Belk counter, you know, makeup counter or something, and they kind of force stuff on you, you know, to try whatever. Okay, fine. You try it. You be polite for a minute or two, and then, you know, you walk on. You know, I've gotten perfume samples and everything, and that's another thing with samples. There's no harm if you go up and you're not sure of a certain product, but you want to try it, and it's an expensive cream or an expensive product line, I will ask for if they have samples, you know, those little packets. And they're more than happy to give me a packet or two of different things to try out. And I legitimately think that you need to try things like that out, because you don't know how your skin's reacting to something, and you want to wait about a week and try it out and put it on daily and see if, you know, do you develop a rash? Is it not for your skin type? Is your skin not reacting the right way to it, before you plunk down your money and, you know, buy a jar of cream or serum or whatever it is. And that's legitimate. You are not wasting their time. You're not wasting 20-30 minutes of their time. All they're doing is going into a drawer at the makeup counter, giving you a couple of samples. You thank them politely, you're on your way. If you like the product, you come back and you buy it. That's my opinion. Okay. This whole, I've seen this, and I've heard this, okay, from a number of people. You know, I have this event I'm going to this weekend. I have this party. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dress up to go to the party, but I'm going to make a pit stop at one of the department stores, and I'm going to get a free makeover or makeup so that they do my makeup really nicely so that I look really good for the party. And I don't expect to pay anything, and I don't expect to buy anything. I'm just going to go there for the freebie of getting a free makeover. To me, that's, you're really robbing someone. Seriously. I mean, if I go to a beauty salon, I've been to beauty salons where they have makeup artists on call for you know, weddings and special occasions. You can book them, and they're not cheap. I mean, I can't remember offhand how much I paid one time, but I had legitimately a wedding to go to, and I wanted to look really good, and I booked their service. And they are a professional makeup artist. They have their whole, you know, gamut of palettes and things that they have in the beauty salon. And you go do your hair. You know, it's like a half a day. You do your hair, you get your blowout, you're ready for the party that evening, you've got your hair done, and then you go and sit in the makeup chair, the makeup artist chair, and they spend a half an hour or 40 minutes on you, and they do a fabulous job and put on all this makeup and stuff for you to look absolutely glammed out. But you're paying for that service. You know, that's legitimate. I have no problem doing that. And guess what? I still tip them after that, because that still doesn't take it out of the realm that, gee, just because I've spent, let's say, I'm just going to throw it out there, let's say $30 or $40 to have my makeup done professionally by this makeup artist, and it's in a beauty salon, that still doesn't absolve me from giving them a substantial tip that they spent time on me, you know, and they give really good suggestions, and they usually tell you for your face and your eye shape, what type of colors are good on you, how you should apply your makeup. So they give you a lot of legitimately good tips while they're working on your face. And that's just my take on it. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I'd love to hear from you guys, and leave me your comments below on, you know, is this, I just feel that it is unethical and not the right thing to do, to get these people, these people that earn a living, that work hard, that have to talk to a number of customers every day, put a smile on their face, no matter how their day is going, no matter, how personally they are handling anything. They have to come in there, they have to dress well, and they have to be civil to you. And for you to take advantage of them and take up their time when legitimately maybe someone else really is going to buy something from them, okay? Maybe I am going to go to that counter and I really do want to get the $60, let's say, face cream. And I'm standing there legitimately ready to purchase something, but they are too busy to get to me right away, and they have to say, oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am, can you wait 5 minutes or come back in 5 minutes because I'm doing this makeup on this person. And so they're basically missing a sale from me, a legitimate sale, because they're working on your ass for free and wasting 20-30 minutes, and then you're not even going to buy anything. To me, that's just not right. It's really, really not right. It's rude, and it's taking advantage of someone. And I really don't like this attitude like, I got away with something. I screwed them over, legitimately. I don't give a shit about their job. I don't care. They're here to serve me, and I'm going to get all these free products, because I think in their mental mind also, these people think that these department stores or places that they buy their makeup or whatever they're buying make so much money off of people, and their markup is so huge that screw it, if they can get something for free, they deserve it. They earned it. They deserve it, because the department store or the salon or wherever they're going is ripping people off anyway. So if you feel like that, if you think that you're being ripped off anyway, then don't go to that department store to begin with. Don't purchase from them. Your money is your vote. I always say you vote with your money. Don't go to them. Don't patronage them. Patronage, right? Don't do business with them. But don't go ahead and basically, take their products for free because you think that you deserve it, and why not? I just, it really irritates me to no end. You can tell that I'm kind of hot under the collar, saying all this. And, we all, at least I do, I work hard for my money. I'm not in the service business in that respect. I'm not in the daily service business. I'm with customers, but they're for a different reason. But I've known plenty of kids and plenty of people that are service people, that are either waiters or hair salon people or makeup people or selling shoes, whatever, okay? And they legitimately try hard. They come into work every day. They spend time with these, people, and they're getting taken advantage of. They're not your personal servant. They really are. They're being treated like shit. A lot of them are being treated like shit because, the patrons that go to these businesses, especially like upscale stores, they just look down their noses on these salespeople, like, you're here to, do anything of my whim that I want, anything. You're here to basically cater to my every whim. If I want to try on 20 pairs of shoes and then not buy any, I don't give a shit. It's, I don't care about wasting your time. I don't care if you're with me for an hour putting shoes on my bunion toes. that's my jolly. That's where I'm going to go to have my fun. I'm going to go to a department store and waste someone's time for an hour because I feel like window shopping and trying on everything. I've seen women go, with handfuls of clothing and try it on. Some of these upscale department stores have personal shoppers. They waste their time. They go and shop with these personal shoppers and then don't buy anything, or harass the salespeople. It's just not fair, guys. It's just not fair. And like I said, I'd like to hear your comments on what your feelings are about this. But I did see that post and it got me kind of hot under the collar. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to say that. But anyway, happy Friday. And I'm going to try to get this video up, quickly. I don't want to drag it on. But I hope everyone's doing well. I hope that you are all safe. If you're down in Florida, please make sure that you've got adequate safety supplies and water, batteries. They have a lot of safety tips on, I guess, Facebook and all the other websites, NOAA and FEMA and all of that. So take heed. Don't try to ride it out. I was in Andrew in 1992. And we were in a high-rise in Miami Beach, and it was no fun. It's not the actual time that it takes for it to land and get on shore. It's the aftermath. It's the flooding, and it's not having power at all for days. We didn't have power after Andrew for about 3.5 to 4 days, and it's scary. It's scary being in a high-rise. Basically an abandoned high-rise. I think, there were hundreds of apartments in that high-rise. It was like a 20 floor high-rise, 18 or 20. I think it was 20 floors, and we were a handful of apartments. If I tell you in the entire building, maybe there were 5 or 6 apartments that rode it out and stayed there. The rest was completely abandoned. It's scary, and you're on your own. I mean, you can't be calling 911 or tying up the line for anything, because the emergency services, they're hunkered down, and they're not going to come out till way after the storm to assess the damage, and they're not going to put their people at risk in harm's way. It's going to be getting them safe first and then going out and helping people. So you might not be able to get help of any sort for even a day or more, legitimately. Now, you got to do what you got to do to protect your family. And, we've got dogs. We are gun owners, and you do what it takes, especially if there's looting or violence going on. And there was some looting in Miami in '92 downtown after Andrew, and luckily we weren't around there, and luckily we were safe. But you got to protect yourself, and you got to be safe, and you got to get out of harm's way. So our thoughts are with you again. I hope everything goes well with you guys. I know a lot of my friends and my family are all making plans. Luckily, my dad came up, so we're happy that he heeded my warning. I browbeat him. I was, I always say a daughter is like a pit bull with lipstick. So I basically nagged and harassed him till he made the drive up, and I'm so glad he did earlier, because getting out of Broward County and Miami-Dade County is really bad right now, today being Friday. They're watching I-75 and I-95 out of Florida, and it is just bumper to bumper packed. And most of the gas stations, they said this morning about 40%, if not more, of gas stations in Miami and Broward are out of gas. So even if you do want to leave, it'll be very hard for you to fill up before you go on the trip. Luckily, my dad had a full tank of gas, and he made it up to Jacksonville, and then from Jacksonville he was able to get gas and make it into Atlanta. So like I said, but he left now 2 days earlier, and so a lot of people are on the road now. A lot of people are coming into Atlanta. So if you're in an evacuation zone, or if you're in a city that is opening their hospitality to the Irma evacuees, please be patient with people today and going into this weekend. Please don't lose your cool. A lot of people don't know where they're going. They're not from this area. They are stressed out as it is. They've got kids in the car. They've got pets in the car. Their nerves are frazzled. They had to leave everything at a moment's notice, guys. So just put your mind in their shoes. Take a few walks, take a few steps in their shoes, and just give them the courtesy, give them the space, give them the patience, and reach out to them with any help that you can, because I think a lot of people are going to need a lot of our help emotionally and, of course, physically. Okay? So blessings to all. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye-bye.